How China will overtake the United States according to Ray Dalio. In recent years, China has been experiencing tremendous economic growth, leading many experts to predict that it will soon overtake the United States as the world's leading superpower. One of the most prominent voices making this prediction is Ray Dalio, the founder of Bridgewater Associates, one of the world's largest hedge funds. In this article, we will explore Ray Dalio's views on China's rise to power and examine the factors that he believes will allow China to surpass the United States in the coming years. China's rise to power. China's emergence as a global superpower is not a recent development. In fact, the country has been experiencing significant economic growth for several decades. However, it is only in the last few years that China has started to rival the United States in terms of economic and military power. According to Ray Dalio, China's rise to power is the result of several factors. One of the most significant of these is the country's commitment to economic growth. China has been able to achieve unprecedented levels of economic growth by adopting a hybrid model of capitalism and communism. This model allows the country to benefit from the efficiencies of the market while still maintaining control over key industries and sectors. Another factor that has contributed to China's rise to power is its massive population. With over 1.4 billion people, China has a significant advantage over other countries when it comes to manpower. This population also provides China with a large consumer base, which has helped to drive the country's economic growth. China has also been investing heavily in education and technology. The country has one of the highest rates of STEM graduates in the world, and it is home to some of the world's largest technology companies. This investment in education and technology has helped to drive innovation in China and has positioned the country as a leader in several key industries. Finally, China has been able to take advantage of globalization to expand its reach and influence around the world. The country has been investing heavily in infrastructure projects in other countries, and it has been using its economic power to gain influence in international organizations. The future of China and the United States. According to Ray Dalio, the United States and China are on a collision course that will eventually lead to China surpassing the United States as the world's leading superpower. Dalio believes that this shift in power will occur within the next few decades, and that it will have significant implications for the global economy and international politics. One of the key factors that will allow China to overtake the United States is its growing economic power. China's economy is already the second largest in the world, and it is expected to continue growing at a rapid pace in the coming years. This growth is fueled by China's massive consumer base, its investment in education and technology, and its ability to take advantage of globalization. Another factor that will contribute to China's rise to power is its growing military strength. China has been investing heavily in its military in recent years, and it is now one of the most powerful military forces in the world. This military strength gives China the ability to project its power and influence around the world, which could help to cement its position as a global superpower. In contrast, the United States is facing several challenges that could limit its ability to maintain its position as the world's leading superpower. One of the most significant of these challenges is the country's growing debt. The United States has been running massive budget deficits for several years, and its debt now stands at over $28 trillion. This debt burden could limit the country's ability to invest in key areas such as education and technology, which could ultimately limit its ability to compete with China. The United States is also facing growing political polarization and social unrest, which could further limit its ability to compete with China. The country is deeply divided along political and ideological lines, which has made it difficult to pass significant legislation and enact meaningful reforms. This political dysfunction could make it difficult for the United States to address the challenges it faces, such as rising inequality, declining economic mobility, and increasing levels of social unrest. Another factor that could limit the United States' ability to compete with China is its aging population. The country's birth rate has been declining for several years, which has led to an aging population and a shrinking workforce. This could limit the country's ability to innovate and compete with younger and more dynamic economies like China. Finally, the United States is facing growing competition from other countries, particularly in the areas of technology and innovation. Countries like South Korea, Japan, and Germany have been investing heavily in education and technology, and they are emerging as significant competitors to the United States in these areas. Implications for the global economy. The shift in power from the United States to China could have significant implications for the global economy. According to Ray Dalio, this shift in power will lead to a fundamental reordering of the global economic system, with China becoming the dominant player. One of the most significant implications of this shift in power is that the Chinese yuan will become a more important currency in the global economy. Currently, the US dollar is the dominant currency in international trade and finance. However, as China's economic power grows, the yuan is likely to become a more important currency, particularly in the Asia-Pacific region. Another implication of China's rise to power is that it could lead to a shift in the balance of trade between the United States and China. Currently, the United States has a significant trade deficit with China, importing more goods than it exports to the country. However, as China's economy continues to grow, it is likely that the country will start to export more goods to the United States, which could lead to a shift in the balance of trade. Finally, China's rise to power could lead to a shift in the global balance of power. As China becomes more powerful, it is likely to seek a greater role in international organizations and a greater say in global affairs. This could lead to tensions between China and other major powers, particularly the United States. Conclusion. In conclusion, Ray Dalio's views on China's rise to power are based on several factors, including the country's commitment to economic growth, its massive population, its investment in education and technology, and its ability to take advantage of globalization. According to Dalio, China's rise to power will eventually lead to the country overtaking the United States as the world's leading superpower, with significant implications for the global economy and international politics. However, it is important to note that there are several factors that could limit China's ability to achieve this goal. These include challenges such as corruption, environmental degradation, and social unrest. Additionally, the United States is still a significant global power, and it has the ability to address the challenges it faces and maintain its position as a leading superpower. Ultimately, the future of the global economy and international politics will depend on how these factors play out in the coming years. While China's rise to power is likely to be a significant factor in shaping the future, it is only one of many factors that will determine the course of events in the years ahead.